Alpha's in the way, Davey. Great Scott! I feel the need for speed. Cowabunga, dude! You're a wizard, Harry.
Welcome to the
Ladies
When
and
Harry Met
gentlemen,
Movies.
welcome to Harry Met Movies podcast. My name's Harry, Dad.
Hi Harry, how are you?
Good.
So, why don't you tell the listeners all about our little show and what we do?
Dad showed me film from his childhood and we review them / adulthood / teenhood.
Yes, and what film we're doing today?
Look Who's Talking, which came out in 1989.
Yeah,
I want to try and guess what how high it was in the box office to this year.
Go on then.
It was number 6.
No.
No.
No. Have you read this?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you didn't read it right.
Wow.
So yes, how do we always start the show?
Dad, I usually give Dad a number of lines, but Dad likes to switch up and be mean.
Not really, it's just mix the show up. I don't see why I should have to do all the work on your show. So yes, how many lines? I'll tell you what, you can recap the story this time.
Okay.
I'm going to give you 2 lines. I think it's quite a
Okay.
simple plot.
This film's about a baby, which can talk. It's Mai, and his mother and his father, would you say, don't get along, and he finds a new father. Well, Pam, what we can tell.
Yes, yeah, pretty much it. So it came out in 1989. It's now 33 minutes long. The budget was 7.5 million. Worldwide gross was 296
That's a
million.
lot.
Yeah, so the increase is massive there.
Would you say it's a popular film?
As well, top 5 for that year was this was the year Batman came out, so that just wiped everybody out. Indiana Jones 3 that came out, which was the last of the ones before the newer 2, which come out much later.
We had in the fridge.
Dead Poets Society. No, that's number 4. Lethal Weapon 2 and number 5 was Look Who's Talking. So it's high up. This is the same year like when we covered it when we did Honey I Shrunk the Kids, when that became popular because people went to see Batman, couldn't get in, so they watched Honey I Shrunk the Kids. So John Travolta, who plays the main guy, James, we've seen in Face Off. He says this character is most like his real self.
Listen.
Yeah. Kirstie Alley, who plays the mum, Molly, she actually fell in love with him when she was filming this. But she was married, so she stayed loyal to her husband. But she said she could understand why people loved John Travolta because of this, and so she kind of fell in love with him.
Yeah. I set you a task for this. How many babies did they use for this film? Could you find that out?
Oh, I didn't look. Give me a second. I forgot that.
I watched that. I set Dad a task saying, because this has got a baby in it, and clearly can't have a baby recording 24/7. You know what I mean? Or like at least like for longer than an hour.
Look at that in a minute. Let me just carry on with this and I'll look at while we're talking. So this was actually inspired by writer Amy Heckerling. I hope I said that right. She's also a director. Other film she directed was Clueless, which is quite a famous one, and a sequel to this. Her husband, they had a baby, and her husband was talking to the baby, but doing a different voice for the baby. So he'd be like, "Hey, how's your day, Harry?" And he'd go, "Yeah, not too bad, Dad." Stuff like that. He was doing like that. And she just thought it was funny. So that's what inspired the story of having the baby talking.
Yeah.
It actually inspired quite a famous cartoon called Rugrats.
Yeah, Rugrats. Where
the babies are talking to each other, and that's where the idea came that these babies could communicate, but we couldn't understand them.
Yeah, because
there's that scene where he's in the stroller.
Yeah, it's like
he's going, "Hey James, not too sure about the hair. Nice hair. No, it looks good." Stuff like that.
Yeah.
But there was quite a lot of actors that were asked to do the voice. Most famously, Robin Williams was one of them. But he wanted, by all accounts, his agent thought he should be paid too much money.
He should have got Robin Williams.
But personally, I think Bruce Willis is really good as a voice.
Yeah, he is.
I think Robin Williams makes it a different film, and I like the tone of his film. So I think actually it probably won't be the right.
I just like the bit where when he's born and stuff. He's like.
We can talk about all that when we actually talk about the film. So let's jump into the part of questions. Anyone that ever has questions for us to put in this, please feel free, because we do repeat a lot. This is where we ask each other questions from the pot. Whose head would you like to be in?
The babies.
Easy enough, David.
Okay, let's see if we can figure out this one. Who you would you pay to see this in the cinema?
I think I would, you know. Funniest character?
The baby.
Yeah, if I had to not pick him, it'd be John Travolta's character. There's not a lot of characters in this, just to clarify.
No, there isn't. No,
If you're
there isn't.
asking me, so you need to be able to...
So I just. Would you recommend it?
Obviously I did. Now I've rewatched it. Actually, someone suggested this film to me for you. And they were right to suggest it. Now I've re-seen it. Yes, I would. I wasn't sure how good it would still be. And I forgot it's actually really funny, and you were laughing a lot.
I was.
Most iconic scene, it was hard, you wouldn't be able to answer that, so I will answer that. I would say, it sounds weird, one of the things I remembered about this, verse 2, is the impregnation bit at the beginning
Yeah.
of the sperm, but also then the bits where he's dancing with the teds.
Yeah, because you used to do that.
They don't do that for me.
Yeah, because
You're funny, and he's like talking to him. And stuff
you
like
used to do that. I'm pretty sure. When I was like,
Yeah.
you used to do a lot of voices when we were in stories.
that. Still do for all of them.
Yeah, I can hear him. Oi, dog. Who would you most like to meet?
Character, actually, both would be James, character or actor, John Travolta.
Okay.
What was the coolest moment in the film?
How this baby survived?
Why?
Because the baby literally, no one noticed it, got in a lift, got into a car, walked across the road, and survived without a scratch. Favourite scene?
Any of the babysitting stuff. I
Yeah.
think the interactions with him and
Like when they were watching,
Mikey's the kid's name.
Like when
I
I
think they're
like when they watching football and stuff. Yeah.
yeah. Any interactions where he's interacting with adults and he's talking and they're talking to him. I think.
Doesn't it fit? No, this one's.
Who do you think this is aimed at?
Kids.
Is it?
Maybe mothers.
Would you say it's aimed at kids your age?
Probably.
I think it is. I think it's aimed at people kids your age and over. It's not aimed at Oliver.
This cause get this. You get to say it to me when I got this question. Do you think this film is child friendly?
Do you?
Well, no, I'm asking you.
I think it is, except for the opening bit. But I think you wouldn't know what that is if you were a little kid.
Okay, so it says for me, Dad. So I'm not Dad. Can you? Oh my God! You're like that on.
Can you remember when you first watched it? I'd have been younger than you. This is, again, I've touched on this before. I think this is one that I had on a dodgy video.
You had a lot of these dodgy videos.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we had walls of them.
Walls? Do you still have them?
No, so we had no. So under the stairs. No, sometimes under the stairs you have like a cupboard. Yeah. We had like one that you could fully walk into as a full size door, and as you went in.
Is that where the bathroom is now?
What?
And Nanny Bertie's?
Well, no, because I didn't live in that house.
Oh.
I lived in a different house.
Ah.
Because my mum and dad were married when they
yeah.
divorced. So like that, it'd be like going into up there, and where the sink and stuff is on the wall, like a full length of the size of the door, we had like shelves, and there was just rows of videos. Now, some of them was just stuff we recorded off TV, but there was a lot that were from Cyprus, because my cousin who lived with us was in the army in Cyprus, and he'd come back every sort of couple of months, and he just brings them back. So we basically had all the Disney films, and then like Batman, the Turtles film when it came out.
Were they good quality? Can you remember?
A little bit like ones you get where they're a bit dodgy, where there's like a camera record. You can clearly see it's a camera recording of a cinema. Some were, some weren't. Some were okay copies.
Like he'll come back after the war, like And you'd be like a massive suitcase full of them, like, I got you gifts, more films. I got you the newest Batman film.
So yeah, I had the Batman film basically like 2 weeks after it came out.
Were your friends jealous?
Yeah, because
How often do your friends want to come around just to watch some films?
I don't know.
Do you have friends like that? Hey, you make fun of me. It's my turn.
So you were going to say about what you liked about the film. So let's talk about the film.
I just like...
How Google am I at?
Yeah, I just really like how the baby speaks in his head. Like, in the beginning scene, you see, like, because the mother, basically the dad's basically just a weird rich man. Like, you see every baby, and like, and then you see the baby, and he's just like, where am I? And when he gets back to the flat, he's like, and then the taxi driver, yeah, he's like, he bonds really nice with him. Like, he'll help him sleep, he'll watch like games with him and stuff. And then I think it's a scene later on where she comes back from a date, isn't it a date? And they both fall asleep on the settee. Do you think that?
To answer the question.
Yeah.
4 different babies in total.
Wow. Oh, that's a lot.
But obviously it'd be at the stages of him, so there'd be a baby. There's probably then slightly older. Often they when it's a certain age they have twins, so it can.
Yeah.
But you'd imagine they'd done all. It sounds daft, but a lot of his stuff had just been entertaining him, and his responses they would have used in the film rather than actually getting him to do stuff.
Yeah, so you can't teach.
Children only work limited to how much they can work.
That's what I meant. That's why I asked it. You can't really teach a baby how to like do like a fake laugh and stuff without like.
That's what I mean. They just made him laugh and messed about, and obviously with voices in his head, so he's not moving his mouth.
It's like
He speaks twice in the film. Actually speaks.
Does it? When the first time?
He says bye or something, or he says something early on, or in the credits or something, and then the kid's voice is used obviously at the end when he says dada.
Dada. Which like that scene is probably the most like emotional scene, because like does he not go to like a sandbox and like this another baby's there and it's just like and he's got
He's like, hey, who's that guy with Susie? And she's like, oh no, it's fine. That's just his daddy.
and like he's like what, and he's like what is that, and he's like you haven't got a daddy, and like
Yeah, she's like something like, he's like, what's daddy? He goes like a mummy, but I met like a boy or something like that. He goes, oh, maybe I'll ask James to be my daddy.
and like he's trying to tell James the whole film, and James has obviously got a crush on him, literally. And in the end, like at the end, he says it after he almost dies and stuff. He would be such a good dad, though, you gotta admit. Like, which has like a dream, like where, like he comes home and he's got like rubbish and like little smoking and stuff.
Yeah, she thinks he'll be like sort of like a stereotypical taxi driver, bad bit of a con man, bit of a getting free stuff all the time and stuff, because he can get stuff cheap. He knows to get free food in places and stuff like that. So she thinks he'll just be.
That's a good man. He knows how to not spend that much money, you know.
So yeah, when you watched this, you were laughing a lot.
I was just laughing at the baby Sunset and stuff, because you could tell that like, I wonder if they recorded the baby stuff first.
I would imagine. I'm just going to guess, and I didn't actually properly see it when I was looking into the film and stuff. I would guess how they did it was they had a rough idea what the plot. They had an idea of the plot of the film. They entertained the kid and stuff, and Bruce Willis will have tried loads of different stuff.
Yeah, I feel like they would have called.
They'd have had a rough script, but he doesn't have to be exact because he can keep changing it because it's all in his head.
Yeah.
It's not like I say, his lips aren't moving to it, so it's not like the words have to match what he's saying.
Yeah, it's kind of like, could you think like they would call a scene and then they'd have him voice over the baby so they can figure out what. It's like a scene where like the cat go visit his grandpa, doesn't he, in like a plain area, and like the woman's like, "Is this yours?" Like, "No, I'm just babysitting." And then because she doesn't know, like he's talking.
That's what I mean. Like in that scene, he grabs all of the granddad's eyebrows and pulls on them.
Yeah, and he said.
But I'd imagine he just did that.
What did he say? He isn't like.
Hey, what are those caterpillars above you?
Yeah, like.
I'm just gonna grab on one of them. So that's what it means. So they'd have added that in. I imagine, like I say, they'd have just filmed a lot of footage with the kid in, and then used it
Like,
They always say the actors always say that you shouldn't be. The worst things to film with are kids and animals, because no matter how good your take is, they're only ever going to use the one with the kid or the animal gets it right in. So you might do the best performance in one take, and if the animal's not doing what they should do, it doesn't matter. They're not using that take. Whereas I'm the same with a kid, so this might have been slightly different where they've just been letting the kid do what they want, and he can then voice over the top, because like I say, it's not sinking to his mouth.
yeah.
It'd be different if he was voicing it and,
True.
and he was talking, he was giving him a different voice, but he's not. He's, like you say, it's all in his head, isn't it?
Yeah, like when, like, was it taxi driver, like, teaches him how to drive, and at the end he's like, what did he, like, why does he go off? He's like, I'm gonna go find.
He's trying to find James,
Yeah.
and he sees a taxi, so he assumes that must be him.
And then he goes to the back, he finds the car, and he's like, oh, James told me how that he gets like a bread to cover all later. I put this in here, and then I put that down. Oh, he's like, I'm off. I'm like, it's just stuff like that. Like, that's like,
It's quite a simple plot. It's essentially the
Yeah,
plot
it's
is that he's born, the taxi driver that takes to the thing gets involved and starts babysitting because he needs extra cash or whatever and stuff. I know he needs the address for his granddad to get into the home. He has to be a resident within a certain area. So they're doing each other a favour. He's falling in love with a mum.
and the baby.
Yeah, and so essentially he wants to then get. He essentially sabotages the dates.
Yeah, I like the scene where they go over to the rich guy's house, and he picks up the thing, and then he breaks it, and like, no, and then like when he basically just becomes a jerk, and he's like she trashes it, doesn't she? And like he gets it, like he's pooing, and then he put it on the table, and he acts like a jerk, so she splats it down, and then like the baby goes over, and it's like, oh, we're smashing stuff now.
It's his office. It's not his.
And he's like, oh, we're smashing stuff, and he like grabs the thing, and it's like, how?
But like James sabotages one of the dates by telling him that Molly likes the guy to let her pay, not open doors for her, not be polite, not. So she just is like he's just really rude to her.
Yeah.
She doesn't get why, and it's because James has told him.
Like when James got a black eye and the baby was holding an ice pack for him. It's like, it's just so cute how the baby reacts and stuff.
I think if they didn't have a good reaction to each other, I think with film, wouldn't it? I think it wouldn't have been as fun.
Also, my favourite, just came in my head, my favourite scene was when James came in, well, Naomi came in after, like, she kicked him out, basically. And, like, he goes in and, like, talks to him, and the mum can hear him over the, like, what the baby monitor, is it called? And, like, I think she was going to stop it, but then she realised that. That's when she realised that he's perfect.
So,
What do you think of this film, Dad?
it surprised me, if I'm being honest. I remember loving it when I was your age. I watched it all the time. The sequel's not too bad. Gets
What's it called?
look who's talking to. Gets a sister.
I can watch it.
Yeah, we can do, but we'll probably wait because this year's all planned out. Might be something we'll watch up next year's anniversary.
Next year, sequel month?
No, because we always do sequels on the anniversary.
Oh yeah, true. So
Um,
look at Dad planning anything out.
Mm-hmm.
What films? What's next month?
What we in? So we're recording for July, so it is sequels.
Wow.
Um,
I don't get Dad planning, that's the thing. So
I plan.
I become the star.
But no, yeah, I remember really liking it. I wasn't sure. Like I said, someone mentioned it. It was always something I had on my list, but I really pushed about it.
How many films have you got on the list?
It's constantly adding to it. Some I drop off.
Is it written down?
Some are fair, I think. But then, so hang on, let me finish that. So I thought it was. I wasn't sure how good it would be. I thought this might not have aged very well or whatever, and actually, it surprised me because it's quite a bit like Three Men and a Little Baby, I guess. It's yes, you can tell it's when it's set, but there's nothing that dates it or makes it out of place, sort of thing. What were you saying? Oh, the list. The list changes quite a lot because I'll think of an actor, or what about maybe doing a month where we do that, and then I'll start thinking
Yeah.
what films could we do.
Honestly.
Because I try and semi-theme a month to group films together. Makes it easier to keep us at, like last month was kind of like films that weren't action or comedy, which is what we watched a lot. More romantic stuff.
And you had the Women's Month.
Yeah, that's essentially what it was.
And then you had...
Films that girls would have probably watched more than guys, lads growing up. Not necessarily, but were aimed at that market anyway.
I've had...
This month's a bit random because we always have Robin Williams' birthday film, so I've just picked 3 random
I've
films.
had the time of my life.
But we've got August, which is sequels. We've got September, which is a Bond one.
My
October is my month, so I've picked buddy cop movies.
Ooh.
November, I've tried to pick films that are a bit, I've got a feeling might not age well.
Which I am kind of dreading, but...
I'm quite looking forward to that one.
Yeah, same.
Because there's bound to be one in there that you'll probably like,
Yeah, I have...
and then there'll be probably ones that are just awful.
Thing is, if they're all
I
8...
know it's time to that, but we rate a lot of films in the same bracket, don't we?
Are you
a
all
lot of
80
our films rate between sort of 3 and 4.5 stars, really.
Are you all 80s films?
Maybe, yeah.
I'm used to like older films because like I've been exposed to them since...
December's Disney, January's films that we've already covered before we became on YouTube. And when we do them, I probably already can work out what I'm going to do for that. I think Back to the Future, Karate Kid will probably fall into that.
I'm headed Back to the Future, yeah.
Maybe Goonies. So there's 3.
This is Dark Fire, I've done that one.
We've done that twice, so we can't keep doing
Have
it.
we?
Yeah, we did it on YouTube.
Oh. Make it a 3rd.
But yeah, so we've got quite a bit planned. So we rate the film, do you want to rate the film?
Yes. This one's
Oh,
difficult.
hang on, what do you think of her mum in this? Because you told us a lot about her.
She's alright. I think she's like not the best character of the film, but she's me.
What's quite interesting is, so John Travolta hadn't really had a hit since so this is the end of the 80s, since the beginning of the 80s. And Kirstie Alley, both him and Kirstie Alley, who plays her mum, had come off like not very successful films. And had any real, like she's in Cheers, which is a TV programme, so she was famous for that, but she hadn't really had many hit films, and neither had he recently. But Bruce Willis, who does the voice for the baby, had done Die Hard.
Yeah.
So he was popular. So actually, he was the main star. They marketed him as the star because the other 2 wouldn't attract. So quite interestingly, it was actually the baby that was the star. Like in the trailers and all the posters and stuff, it was all about the baby.
We need to market him more.
So, we rate all the films out of 5, 5 being a perfect example of its type. So, in our head, you can't compare something like Look Who's Talking to Terminator 2, completely different types of films.
What type of film would you say this is?
Comedy, I would say.
4.8.
I haven't explained to people about rankings yet.
Oh, sorry.
4 is a high recommendation, excellent film. 3 is a recommendation. 2, if it's on TV, maybe watch it. 1, avoid. Harry's already told you he's rating it 4.8, which is incredibly high, but...
It's not 5, it can't be Mr. Doubtfire and... What's the other film we watched?
I wouldn't rate it that high, just to clarify.
I was close to 4.5, but I felt like this one was pretty good. Wait, what's the other one we should watch? Bad Cops, is it? The one where he dropped kids to grandma.
Hot Fuzz?
Yeah, Hot Fuzz. I wouldn't say it's
So I'm only rating this 3.5.
Okay.
So that's 1.3 difference, that's
Okay, do some maths.
6.5.
Should I put it 4.5 to help you here?
If you feel that's right. 4.8 is very high.
Yeah, 4.5.
In my
I do
head.
like to help you with the maths.
It's 4, which is... I can sit comfortably without being a 4. It surprised me. Out of a lot of the films we've watched recently, actually for a long time, I think this is one that's most surprised me. So we've watched like Dirty Dancing, Pretty Woman, Bodyguard. I kind of knew where those were sitting in my head, but because I hadn't seen this for so long, this really surprised me how good it was, or how well it held up. A little bit like, and your reaction was very similar to when we watched Three Men and a Baby, which is interesting because they're similar sort of films.
The time
So it's
of my life.
4-star film, so it's basically a high recommendation. We always do a quiz, so
This is your quiz, isn't it?
are you challenging me? Or do you want to answer questions and me? How do you want to do this?
We do two there, do that.
Okay. Shall I do yours while you have a look at mine and give us a chance to read them? In Avengers Endgame, what does Iron Man do when he sees Spider-Man in the final battle scene?
In Endgame.
Yeah, do you want a multiple choice?
Yeah.
Shouts at him, shakes his hand, hugs him, avoids him.
Hugs him. Okay, in the 1988 action movie Die Hard, what does Detective John McClane leave in the limo?
Oh, Big Bear.
Yeah, I tried to take there. No?
And what does Captain America say when he is told he has been asleep for almost 70 years? What year is it? I had a date. That's impossible. I've been asleep for how long?
I had a date. Oh god. In Police Academy, what is the nickname for the tallest?
Hightower.
Yeah. Okay, we're doing 2-2.
So one question per card, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's leave it there. So I've got a little thing I've got to challenge you to on here, which
can you help me with this? Because I can't be.
little thing to challenge you to.
Okay.
I've got 2 cards here.
Yeah, I got 2.
Oh, so what way did you not ask me?
No, I've got one for that power, one for that one. So okay. I like this one.
I just thought we were being called Look Who's Talking. We have got a thing we'll do in a minute,
I
which
can't.
is a new game.
I almost talk. I always talk. I'm a star.
Look Who's Talking, so I'm going to say phrases from films that we've watched, and you're going to tell me what film it's from.
Can I do characters too? Comment on the name.
You're going to just be able to explain the film to me,
Okay.
because I know you might not remember its name.
Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with
They
me.
may take our lives, but they will never take our freedom.
Wallace.
Braveheart, yeah.
Yeah. See, okay.
Help is on the way, dear.
Missed Doubtfire.
I have a strange feeling about this.
Is it Star Wars?
Which one?
Oh, don't. It's one with Obi Kenobi in it.
It's actually all of them.
Is it?
It's set in all the films, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's not in the new. In the one we just watched. It's not said. Where is it said in the newest one?
When they're both. So we watched Phantom Menace tonight with Oliver.
Yeah, explain.
Well, that's what it's all about. It's in where him and Qui-Gon Jinn are in that room waiting for the Viceroys and that to come and see him.
Ah.
And everyone turns to Qui-Gon.
Is it actually in all films?
Feeling about this.
Actually, not films. Wow.
Yeah. In A New Hope, I want to say. Obi-Wan says it in that, and it's when they're approaching what they believe is a moon, and he knows, I have a strange feeling about this. In one of them, C-3PO definitely says it.
Yeah, I'll keep my eye out for that line now.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too.
Wizard of Oz, obviously, it's a famous line.
Roads, where we are going, we don't need no roads.
Ooh, can you give a hint for this one? I think I know about it.
We've mentioned the name of the film tonight.
Have we?
Yeah. That's a film that we're going to do. But we've already watched it.
Back to the Future.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
I am your father.
Star Wars.
That's the line we get often misquoted.
Yeah, because the thing it's Luke, I am your father.
So it's like, I am your father, Luke. So, just thought this would be interesting to see if you can do. So this is a bag of films which we use for various different things.
Bag of films.
Now, the idea is you pull one out and you've got to describe it to me. How many do you reckon we can do without saying the name of a film?
What? I need you to explain this better.
So, you've got to... You've got to describe that film to me without telling me the name of the film.
Don't set a timer because that'll take me ages.
I don't know how many do you think we can do in a minute. So.
I don't know. Depends how good you're at guessing.
Shall we see how many we can do?
Yeah.
And then I'll do it to you.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
This one's about an animal that plays sports.
That plays sports? An animal that plays sports?
Okay, hang on. It's human animal which plays sports.
Space Jam. Human animal that plays sport. Pass.
Teen Wolf, okay.
Oh, right, yeah.
That's what I just said. About, it's a sequel. It's about undercover woman which sings.
Undercover woman that sings. Bodyguard? No? Undercover woman that sings. Sequel.
It's a sequel. She dresses as a certain thing. She goes to a very religious building.
Sister Actor.
Yeah.
Quick, one more.
And it's about a big strong man which goes into a school.
Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get a further.
There she can. Come on. Dan. You'll have one more.
Come on. See if you can-
It's about Scrooge.
Muppets Christmas Carol.
Yeah. I did say that as well.
Okay. So,
One.
4.
Yeah. Just because I didn't know what I was fully doing.
No, 3 because Teen Wolf I passed on.
Yeah. Animal human.
Ready?
Yep.
Scary Things, Halloween, they've got to go capture them.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Now, there's 4 of them, and they use guns, and there's a big marshmallow thing.
Ghostbusters. Just say the name of the characters.
3 different types of vehicles, 2 guys go on a road trip.
Train, automobile, planes.
Yeah.
I'm doing well.
The guys only got 24 hours to save the world.
Pass. I don't know.
It's a song, and it's Hawk people, and Ming the Merciless.
No, pass. I don't know. What was it?
Film about Peter Pan, but when he's older.
Oh no, I know this one. It's not called Peter Pan.
No, that's not what the film's called.
Neverland. Pass. I can't remember. Lost Boys or something like that.
Imaginary Friend.
Fred.
Chocolate's Fred.
Yeah. Which one did I get? Did I get?
Flash Gordon.
Oh yeah.
And
Flash.
Hook.
Yeah, come on. I knew what you were talking about. Just doing.
Do you want to do it again?
Yeah.
Now we got a little bit into it.
I just couldn't figure out what the name was. That's the problem.
Now we got get a few so you're ready to go.
Okay, I'll grab this pile.
Ready?
Yeah.
Go.
It's about a group of singers and it's a phone you don't like, but my mum loves it.
Spice World.
Yes. Okay. Shoot at this page.
If you can't read it, move on.
Yeah. That's why we should. I think we should do a minute. It could take me. Oh my.
Right. We'll stop. Open a few up.
Yeah.
Open
I
a few
think
up.
I can
Like
read
we've
that.
done those. Open a few up.
Okay. Oh, so I know that one as well. Predator. Oh. There. Okay.
I think that'll be enough, don't you?
Yeah, if you can get for them, yeah. Now I've read them all.
Ready?
Yeah.
Go.
Okay. It's about a story, and it never ends.
You've literally told the title, you can't do that. Pass.
Okay.
New one.
It's not that. It's not that one. It's not.
Alright. Just give me another one.
It's about someone which is lost.
Is that the word in it?
Oh yeah.
You can't use the words in the title. Right.
About.
Let's start again. You can't use the words in the title and you can't say the words in the
Okay.
title.
Okay. It's about a boy which finds out a mystery, and he's very smart.
Young Sherlock Holmes.
Yes. Okay. It's about an ancient artifact that is stuck to your face.
The Mask.
Yes. And it's about a group of boys who find a boat.
Goonies.
Yes. It's about a group of people who get sent to hunt down, who get hunted down by an alien.
Predator.
Yes. It's got creepy things on wheels.
Oh, Return to Oz.
Yeah. This is a Disney film, and they have a carpet.
Aladdin.
Okay. And
That's not what it says, but go on.
what does it say?
Go
Then?
on, carry on.
Oh. About what was that one said then?
Aliens.
Oh, I thought it said Aladdin.
I mean, I did like
You did what?
4 or 5. I shouldn't have put them away. I did. I don't know how many I did.
I read Aliens and Aladdin, but yeah.
Return to Oz I did. Predator.
Yep.
Young Sherlock Holmes, which I thought was a hell of a one. Goonies, that was one I read. The Mask I did.
What do you think Sherlock Holmes was?
That's what I said.
Huh?
I got 5.
That's good.
The question is, can I explain 5 quicker than... I think I'll probably be always good at guessing.
Do you want me to just quiz you or?
No. Ready?
Yeah.
Little toys that come to life.
Toy Soldiers. Something like that.
Small soldiers.
Just one.
Scary Things on the Wheels, but the original version of it.
Wizard of Oz.
There's a group of people that are thieves and they rob casinos.
Casinos.
Yeah. They rob casinos and there's...
Ocean's 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little robots that fly around and help these old people in a cafe.
Battery started clearing.
Um,
I'm trying to yell, but it's hard.
it's a monster that goes, whoa, looks like it's wrapped in tissue.
Mummy.
About 4 kids and they go and find a dead body. One of them's good at telling stories.
Pass.
Talked about it before, he's got a big bear and leaves it in there.
Die Hard.
Yeah. Little creatures that you can't get wet.
Groans.
Makes his kids really small.
Honey Shrunk I Shrunk for Kids.
We smashed that.
Okay, wait, what's one they get?
Stand By Me.
Oh yeah.
1, 2. We got 7.
Can I try again? Or do you want to try again, Dad?
I don't know, I'm going to run out of films if we do that.
One more round? I'll get...
No, but we'll run out of films if we can't do it again then.
I think I did well there.
Did you enjoy that one? I thought it was quite a nice little
It's hard because I have to try and beat the names, but I can do it. A baby and I... Do you like the Spice World one? Because one makes it and you don't.
Yeah, the fact that you got me to guess Aladdin, I'm like, correct, and that wasn't even a film.
See, Dad hates Spice World, so he won't even...
I don't hate it.
He won't
It's
even...
not the worst film we've watched.
Beetlejuice. He won't even buy the
Supergirl's
DVD.
worse.
Yeah, he won't buy the DVD set for me. He doesn't.
I will, but I can't get hold of it. It's dead expensive.
Is it actually?
And your mum's got 2 copies, so she just needs to give me one of her 2 copies.
Do you actually have 2 copies?
Apparently, yeah.
How do you have 2
I need
copies?
to check hers to get some of the films that I haven't got on my collection.
When we go
But I
back,
need to get
are you going to come back to it? Are you going to drop us off when we go back to
I
Mum?
can do, yeah. They can have a lot of them, can't
Yeah. I know where they are. I think I do.
Okay. So, hope you enjoy our show. We always have a bit of fun. I wonder how many people managed to guess the films that we're doing at the end. I think that's one of the most fun things we've done. It just came to me before. So.
I'm trying to be too loud, but it's difficult when you're like in the moment.
It's good though, isn't it? Shall I go through every film we've ever done and write it down and try and write them a bit neater for you and just add it to the thing? It'd be interesting to see how many you could actually get.
I bet if you write every single film,
We've done, I'll tell you now how many films we've done.
which don't include like Free Guy, we haven't reviewed them. Oh baby and I
We have done
stand.
uh,
Does it say on that or?
106, probably about 166 films.
Wow.
165 films.
When we hit 2 million mark, we should celebrate.
Keep an eye where Matt will be actually. But yes. So that's our little show. Hope you've all enjoyed it. If you could follow us on any social media, like and subscribe. Always subscribe to our YouTube channel or wherever you download your podcasts. Thanks very much.
Bye bye.
Bye bye now.